What up, what up, what up? Pryme.mega, new trees up to the fullest. Trees up, back in the lab. So, update on the project. Still writing. I think I've pretty much finished the first 2 volumes. And as I said, if anybody's just tuning in, this is going to be a 2-part, well, possibly 3-part mini-series. If you can picture it like a streaming TV show. So it's going to be about 5 to 6 tracks per project, which is basically like an EP. Only because I found that in the writing and the theme work, again, the name of the title is Classified Documents, espionage, super spy agent, Jason Bourne type theme. In the theme, I found as though after 6 songs, I started going into sci-fi, which led me into like the alien part. There's an alien portion, like, you know, Area 51, which all fits into classified documents. So the initial first 6 is really like just getting started, like opening the file, letting the people know what's out there or what you think is not out there, is, you know, things like that. And so shout out to the wife. She's the one that kind of pointed out where I was veering off to another way, in a sense, because I let her hear this one track, and I think I played it last week, the seismic track. She was like, oh, no. She's like, that's dope. She said, but that's something else. That's not continuing what you have in this first set right here. And I said, oh, volume 2. She was like, that's more sci-fi. When she said sci-fi, it was like, man, you know, it blew my mind. So, but anyway, so I want to play y'all another track from volume 1. Last week was from volume 2. This track is called Vesuvius, as in Mount Vesuvius. So, play y'all some of this. And fun fact, I actually recorded the vocals for this probably well over 100 times. I think I said that before. And honestly, I hope I didn't play this before. But if I did, hey, you get a second listen. So, Vesuvius.
Only days out from an escape route. Won't put these clips on side of your temple and take the fade out into obscurity. Fury burning my memory banks. Reprogram my intuition for a more flammable fate. Fighting through it with the lighter fluid. It's similar to how I jump inside each measure and design the movement. Full scale, detail, reconnaissance. Trigger warning to embody the body of a trauma victim. I char grill with a lost skill. Draw a line in the sand. If they advance, now it's a landfill. Copacetic, more focused than photo lenses. Balance the budget or fall behind with all expenses. Can't afford to do it.
Yeah, so backstory behind that. So I'm recording, I'm like, I need something different. And it's something about the texture of a kick drum and a rim shot. Pause. But rim shot is not necessarily it's the snare, but it's when the drumstick hits the outer rim of the drum. And you get that, you know. And something about that, anytime I do those kind of drums, it's going to signal some lyrics for me. Even if I'm making the beat for somebody else. And so I kind of knew where to go as far as what would get me started instantly to writing, getting urgently into the writing process. And I found these keys and I chopped them up, and it came out, you know, it came out crazy, you know. And I recorded it on one preamp. The other preamp didn't sound too good. I had to go back on my Apogee, and I think I mentioned this before, but I hope I'm not sounding like a broken record where I'm looping and repeating myself. But again, if I am, apologies. And I added a bass line. Logic has got this bass line in it, these acoustic bass lines. And I think it was Dark R&B, Dark Soul, I think the name of the bass line. And I'm telling you, when you play the bass, actually, you know what? I'll give you an example from that track I pulled. I'll show you what I did. Let's see if I can find it. I know it was under bass. There it is. Yes, Dark Soul. All right, so this had to be an update because I've had Logic for a while. But since I've gotten my MacBook, I've been able to stay up to date. As I told y'all before, my Mac is from like 2012, and I purposefully limit the updates because I wanted to save a moment in time. I like certain things the way they are in that computer. That's just my method to my madness there. But anyway, this bass has got such a texture to it, and you can hear it. And you can even riff. You know what I'm saying? So I love that. And it's one of those bass lines where I feel like I'm going to use it a lot. I used it probably a couple times in this project. That's another thing. This project has the sound of volume 1 changes drastically to volume 2. It's still boom bap, but what's used in the techniques, you'll see what I'm talking about when if you collectively check it out, volume 1, and listen to a sequence 1 through 6, like in order, you'll see what I'm talking about, and you'll be able to compare later when volume 2 comes out. So, yeah, I mean, so you know how we do. We're going to get into a beat. I actually did pick out some drums. One of these times I'm going to make some drums for y'all. And I think you probably already seen that, but for some reason I feel like once I get hooked on finding loops, I get lazy, but it's just cool. I can work faster. So, I found something at 90 BPMs. So I got, let's go. All right, so I thought I found something sample wise. There it is. All right, let's see. So I got something that's kind of like resembles like breathy voices. So let's see, we get into some rugged. Is this pull all the way to that's not even okay. So I think I'm just gonna go with just the one key. 'Cause I don't have to do much. Typically I would go up or down the scale, but I don't have to because the way that sample is put together is kind of doing the work for me. So I can actually just accentuate it with a different bass line or something, like bounce around with the bass line. We'll see. You know what I mean? Just, and then I'll loop it. All right, so yeah, we got the beat, the bass line, we got the beat, the synth, and let's get a bass line going. I think I'm going to use the Dark Soul. Like I said, it's just, I don't know, it just works so well. It's such a texture and a tone that just fits. thing. Alright. So I'm gonna isolate so y'all can hear it. It's just boom, boom, boom. That's it. I'm just let it loop like something like this. I'm just gonna loop it. Let's see if I can grab some vocals or something to spice it up a little bit. Just a little bit. You know what I mean? A little bit. Just a little bit. Let's see. Yeah, let's go for that. Alright, let's do this. Alright. Okay, let's see what we got. So I found this.
Maybe I could get lost.
Now he said maybe I can get lost, but I think I'm just go maybe I can get, because that more fits with the tempo. You see what I'm saying? It's in key too.
Maybe I could get. 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 Maybe I could get.
And that way it kind of opens up. Because if I put lost, it kind of throws off beat. I'd have to chop it, which is cool. I've done surgery a few times, but I feel like this kind of opens the path for the artist to do one of those call and response. Maybe I can get lost. Maybe I can come across. Maybe I can dip off. You know what I mean? Maybe I can get, you know, whatever.
Maybe.
So let's try that. Ooh, ooh, ooh. No. Don't show again. Don't analyze. All right, let's try that again. Let's go.
Maybe I could get.
Let's loop that. I might actually add some echo to it. Let's see. Echo. Yeah, let's see how that goes.
Maybe I could get.
So I might not keep it, but let's see what it does. Not bad. Now I mean, you just come right in with your bars. Now I mean, just go right in. The problem getting from the same thing. Yeah, I mean, like, yeah. So that's pretty much it. I'm just gonna save this, add this to my ever-growing catalog of beats, compositions, productions, you name it, you know. And as well, as y'all said, as I told you, I'm still writing pages and pages. You know, even though like I said, I feel like I got what I need for volume 1 and 2. I am trying to bring out a volume 3, right now I felt like I've given it all I had with these first 12 tracks split in half. So it's really yeah, something's telling me I need to either take a break or just look for other inspiration in other places, you know. So, but yeah, I just want to thank y'all for tuning in. You know, just supporting your boy. I really appreciate y'all. Appreciate the comments. Y'all don't know, it really motivates me. Whatever I post, whether it's my sneaker content, my music content, motivation. I really seriously, I appreciate y'all, man. And yeah, have a blessed week. Have a blessed day. Let's get it, y'all. Trees up.